Hello everyone, welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I've got two packages of Beach Boys records, so let's dig in and see what we got here. Alright, so this first one, if I remember correctly, should be an original 1972 first pressing copy of... Oh, I've already said the year, and if you're a big enough Beach Boys fan, you'll know. Here we go. Carl and the Passions, So Tough, with Pet Sounds. Now, the version of Pet Sounds included in this from the 1972 Carl and the Passions, So Tough, is supposedly the best sounding Pet Sounds that you can get on a budget. So, let's take a look. We'll show off the gatefold inner here. Of course, when this came out, Pet Sounds completely overshadowed the Carl and the Passions album, but there's some good songs on Carl and the Passions. I like Here She Comes, Marcella's nice. There's some decent songs on the album, so let's take it out here. What do we got? Well, Warner Brothers advertising inner sleeve. I'll switch it out with oh, alright, looks like we got Pet Sounds first, so I'll show off. This is side 2, side 1 here. It's in pretty alright shape. Looks probably about the same condition as my first pressing copy, so it'll be interesting to compare and see if the hype is correct. I also have the 1980 reissue of Pet Sounds. Alright, now let me take out disc 2, which should be the regular Carl and the Passions album. Same Warner Brothers inner sleeve. Yep, here we go. I'll show off side 1 here, and side 2 here. Take a look. It's a bit dusty. I'll need to clean it, but looks... I don't see that many scratches, just a bit of dust, and yeah, definitely needs to be dusted, but it actually looks like it's in pretty fantastic shape. So that's a pretty good start to the unboxing so far. We'll just, you know what, for right now, I'll deal with the discs later, and let's set that to the side. All right. Now, package 2 is going to be a whole bunch of Beach Boys records. I bought this as a lot, and there's one in particular that I'm extra excited for. All right. Thought that cut, but evidently it didn't. Oh, because there's 2 layers. Okay. Alright. Interesting little spacer. I'll throw that out later. Alright. Well, I'm probably not going to reuse this box, so I might as well just... Alright, number 1. Best of the Beach Boys in stereo on the Capitol Starline pressing. This is just a generic inner sleeve. Nothing special, so I'll just take it out. Oh, it's duophonic, so this is probably not going to sound very good. But... you know, nice to have a couple scratches on it, but still alright. Alright, up next, a much better compilation in my opinion, Best of the Beach Boys Volume 2. Let's see, stereo phonographs, let's see, is this true stereo or is this duophonic? This is duophonic, okay, so this probably also doesn't sound very good. But the songs on here are a lot better. It's a bit dusty, but Actually doesn't look too bad, just looks a bit dusty, so I'll need to go clean it. And again, generic inner sleeve, so I'm not going to bother taking it out. Now this is the one I was the most excited for. Now I know this isn't in the best shape, but this is a very rare album and a very good album, Sunflower. Now the entire top of this is torn right wide open, and looks like there's some remnants of some sticky tape. So you know what? I'm not going to feel guilty taping over it, but I absolutely love this album. I mean, it's like every track on this is incredible. I mean, the opener, Slip On Through, Add Some Music to Your Day. Deirdre's great, It's About Time, Tears in the Morning, All I Want to Do, fantastic song. This is an incredible album, so let's take a look. All right, we got there's a little stamp in here that says duplicate. That's interesting. I'll show that off. I don't know what that means, but it's interesting. All right, big hole in the bottom too, but there's already so much tape on this that I'm not gonna feel guilty putting more tape on it. I normally wouldn't. So we got another Warner Brothers advertisement inner sleeve. Now let's look at the disc. Oh my goodness, this is, well, I know there's a couple scratches, but looks pretty good. It's dusty. Oh, side 2 looks pretty good. Oh, I love that opener, Tears in the Morning, on side 2. Wow, this is, yeah, side 1's got a couple scratches on it, but side 2 looks pretty good. All right, this one I'm very happy about. Yeah, I know the cover's in pretty rough shape, but you know what? There's already tape marks on it, so I can put tape on it and feel absolutely 100% guilt-free. All right, up next, this is a very interesting compilation album. Oh, I'm just going to take all these out. Okay. So here we have Spirit of America with the little Mickey Mouse guy right there. I'll sort of show off the full gatefold here. This is a pretty cool image. So this is sort of their sequel compilation to The Endless Summer, sort of pick up all the tracks that weren't on that. So it's a quite interesting little compilation. A lot of albums, a lot of songs from Beach Boys Today on here. But yeah, I'm excited. So let's now look at the records. Kind of inner sleeves. All right, so we got generic inner sleeves, so I won't bother showing them off. All right. Holy dust, Batman. All right, this is going to need a serious clean, but it doesn't look like any. There's like a couple hairline scratches on it, but looks to be in good shape. Just needs quite the cleaning. This is very dusty. But looks to be in good shape other than that. And then let me just look at disc 2. This also, yeah, generic inner sleeve. Yeah, very dusty. This got a couple more scratches on it, but it looks fairly light. Nothing major. There's a big hair on that side. But all right. So that looks like it'll be a nice addition to the collection. Pop this back in. Alright, and then these last 2 albums are actually British copies, I believe, if I remember correctly, from what I bought. Yep, so this is a British Music for Pleasure reissue pressing of All Summer Long, which is, in my opinion, one of their better albums, especially for their early ones. Don't quite like this cover art very much. I prefer the original, but a lot of great songs on here. I Get Around, Girls on the Beach, Little Honda, Wendy, title track All Summer Long, Hushabye is pretty nice. Okay, this looks like it's a stereo copy. And then what do we have for an inner sleeve? Oh, just a bit of plastic. And then let's look at the disc here. Very White and wobbly. A lot of dead wax space, so that's... Oh, made in Spain. Alright, I thought this was British. I guess it's Spanish. I don't know. Printed and made in Great Britain by Garrett and Lofthouse, so maybe they... Alright. I'll find out where this is from later, but... I'm not sure, but... I'm curious to see how this sounds, because I know the British versions of Beach Boys albums are supposed to not sound very good. But I don't know, we'll see. This will be an interesting listen. Definitely needs a bit of a clean, but got some hairline scratches, but otherwise looks to be in good shape. And it's definitely going to need a different inner sleeve than just the plastic there. But I have good polylined inners I'm going to be giving to all of these albums anyways. Alright. What do we got? Alright, 20 Golden Greats by the Beach Boys. This is British. That's a lot of songs for one album. I do quite like this cover. That's pretty nice. And then track listing on the back there. That'll be an interesting listen. See what it sounds like. What's the latest song on here? Go I Can Hear Music, Do It Again. Oh, Heroes and Villains is on here. Okay, looks to be mostly pre-Sunflower material on here. Which is alright, but... Alright, and then... Now I think that's somebody with a Sharpie just wrote that, but got the EMI inner sleeve, patent number, doesn't have the date code in it, so not quite sure when this is from. Oh, it's advertising Emitex. This might be early 70s. Is there a date on this anywhere? Oh, looks like this is in fake stereo. I just saw on the back. Uh-oh. This probably doesn't sound very good. And it's British. Uh-oh. Well, we'll see what it sounds like. No, I don't see any date codes on it, but... Oh, okay. Interesting label here. I would guess this is from the early 70s, based on what Beatles records that I have look like from the early 70s, but... Looks to be in overall pretty good shape, just a bit dusty. I'll have to look at this compilation a little more and see when it's from. My guess is the early 1970s. Might even be like late 60s because there's nothing from Sunflower later on here, but... Alright. Well, that concludes today's video. I got a whole bunch of Beach Boys records. I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you in the next one.